And welcome to my new Let's Play of Metroid Zero Mission. So I decided to do a Metroid Let's Play because it's long overdue, and I decided to start with this one because I suck at the original and I feel like I would do a little bit better at this one, but that's a story I'll get into in a moment. I'm gonna play easy because I suck at Metroid games. I am terrible at them. I am really terrible at Metroid. Plan Sabbath, I called this place home once in peaceful times, long before evil haunted the caverns below. Now I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here, my so-called Zero Mission. For those who do not know, Metroid Zero Mission is a full remake of Metroid 1. I would go as far as to say it's not even a remake, but a reimagining, because it's really very dissimilar at most instances. So, we just got the Morph Ball already. That's one thing that's actually unchanged. One thing that is changed, diagonal aiming, which is a lifesaver. That is like the best thing they could have possibly done to change this game. So you're gonna hear a lot of button mashing sound effects because that's just how this game is. So I'm not an expert on Metroid. I don't claim to be an expert on Metroid. I have a rocky history with the franchise. So one addition is actually these little statues, these chosen statues that one, heal you, two, tell you where to go. So that makes things a lot easier for us. This game is just optimized through and through, basically. So what was I gonna say? Got a save room, but I don't need no save room because I'm good at this game. Just last night, I actually did a practice run of the first, like, 2 hours, I want to say. So I actually know right what to do. The reason is because the last time I played this game, and this is gonna sound like a broken record because I always say this, I think it's a recurring joke probably by now, that I had last played this game around 2009, 2010. So about 6 or 7 years ago. Again, I played so many games in 2009 apparently, because every time I'm like, what was the last time I played this? I'm always like, 2009? Apparently that was the last time I had an iota of free time. Break this, we get the long beam, which is pretty cool. Fire long distance shots with this beam. Press LB to fire diagonally. So, full disclosure, this is being recorded on the Wii U Virtual Console, not the Game Boy Player, because I actually don't own the cart anymore. Got rid of it a long time ago because I didn't really enjoy this game. I want to give this game another shot, basically. If we go, ow, not what I meant to do. If we go this way, this leads to an endgame area. If you played Super Metroid, this will look really familiar, probably. This sort of aesthetic. Basically, that's where we need to go, but we have to kill 2 bosses first. Yes, there are only 2 bosses. That's something else I should make note of. Hi, Mr. Big Bad Enemy. You can also aim by holding down L, which is actually really handy. And we have to go into this Chozo statue to learn our next location. So we have our map, and now that we've actually seen this, I should point this out. Things in green are secret areas. Blue areas are just easily accessed areas normally found. Circles indicate where power-ups are located. Circles change to dots when you get the power-up. So again, through and through, this game is way optimized over the original, which didn't even have a map, let's put it that way. Which, by the way, that's absolutely terrible, not having a map in a game like this. That is the absolute worst, actually. Wait, okay, so there's a save room, and then there's like another room. Okay, we're actually wanting to save right now, because there's a little bit of a tricky thing coming up. And I'm one for 2, by the way, for this tricky thing, so I want to save just as a backup strat. So through here, Again, if you played Metroid 1, you might recognize some of these hallways in terms of basic geometry. We got our first missile. Problem is, we can't go any further from here. We actually can't. So we have to go back. And we have our first really different thing about the game is actually our first boss. This guy's actually optional. You can actually skip him and fight him later. On easy mode, he takes 3 hits. I know that much. Piece of cake. Off screen, I messed that up. It's on a timer. If you don't kill him fast enough, you have to fight him later for this item. Personally, because we don't have any sort. We only have 5 missiles. We don't have like the plasma beam, the ice beam, the wave beam, blah 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 blah. So like charge beam early is gonna help us out a lot early game. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to get that. That was totally the wrong door. This door! So, my plan is to actually go through, like, all the major series represented in, like, Smash Bros. Because I like Smash Bros. So, I don't know if I'll ever get to Metal Gear, though, because that game is nuts. So, this room has a couple things. No, wait, it only has one thing. So, if we jump up here, we get to this area with, like, a nest. Button mash to all heck. And then you get another missile tank. So that's 10 missiles right there. Piece of cake. Ow. Okay. Leave me alone. Try to destroy this thing. This game, by the way, I should point out, is a remake of the first, or revisioning with the first game, with a lot of the aesthetics and design elements of Super. And also Fusion, since that actually came out first, by the way. Fusion came out before this, so if you're thinking, wow, this looks better than Fusion. Yeah, Fusion actually came out earlier. It was actually announced for like the Game Boy Advance as an early tech demo. It was actually panned by critics when it was first unveiled because it looked really terrible, and to be honest, I totally get why people think it looks really terrible. So here is where we'd fight the worm boss. I don't remember its name off the top of my head. If we didn't kill him in the hallway, but that's our first energy tank. That's our health. Energy tanks basically give you 100 points of health, or 99 technically. No wait, it counts 0 as a number, so it is 100. So we got this big old cavern here. We got a red door here. Let's actually go here. This is a map room. Of course, this is not in the original because there's no map in the original. That should go without saying. Okay. Now, I have a guide open because I don't remember much. Just because, again, last night was literally the first time I played this game in forever. So if there are occasionally times where I don't seem like I know where to go, that's because I'm actually having to like look it up because I don't remember. This part's actually pretty easy. This part. I'm also playing on the lowest difficulty. Again, the reason is because I just am not confident in this game. Meaning I'm gonna get a rude awakening if I ever try Super, because that I think only has normal and hard modes. Okay, so we got this, which is the bomb. So morph ball bombs. I'm trying to remember. Is it over here? There we go. So we got another missile. I don't remember if this one's in the original or not. I just can't remember. By the way, another fun fact about this game is you can actually unlock the original Metroid by playing this game. So that's fun. So, you may recall that there's a lot of stuff we can bomb. We can bomb this, but to my knowledge, it's necessary, but also kind of useless. Oh yeah, we actually have to kill all these things, I think. Right? Is that what we're supposed to do? I don't remember. There we go. That's just basically a tutorial showing what kind of block you can destroy with bombs. There's a lot of those. Okay, so from here on, I don't quite recall where to go. I think we have to go further up, or do we have to go back? I think we might have to go back. Yeah, that's what it looks like. The music is iconic, by the way. It's actually really good music. It's actually honestly sounds worse in this version because they tried to do too much with it, and frankly, the Game Boy's sound processor is not the best. So yeah, they kind of actually made the music worse somehow. Ow. So we're gonna make a slight detour. Do we have to do this? I don't actually recall if we have to do this or if it's just a good idea to do this. I think we have to. I think we have to get this item. Okay. This points us oh wait, we do have to go here. We have to go to Norfair, which is like, okay, that's weird. So let's go to Norfair. Piece of cake. Okay, just double checking. So we have to go back to the main hall and then down. Got it. So I don't know how long this series is gonna be. I think the game is possible to beat the game in like 2 hours, and I think you get a better ending, like a better ending image. Which, by the way, that's where Shantae got that. If you're wondering. Yeah, so Shantae being sort of Metroidvania light, I would say, is very inspired by Metroid. So the whole beat the game in 2 hours, you get a weird CG image. That's kind of inspired by Metroid, I think. Oh wait, not there. I was like, do I break this or do I break the thing in the next room? Next room, it is. Ow. So, and I think, yeah, like Shantae, the speedrun 100% I think is set to, I want to say 4 hours. So it's very much like Shantae in that regard. Wait, is this the right way? Yeah, it is. So this is where we fought the worm thingy. By the way, those enemies coming out of the acid there, those are actually infinite. So if you need power-ups, you can always grind. But I don't need to because this is easy mode. And I have almost full health. Not the rate I'm playing, but I technically have full health. So now we get an ominous siege of Mother Brain. Foreshadowing. It actually looks pretty cool for GBA standards. Not saying it looks good, but for a GBA game it actually looks pretty solid. This whole game looks pretty solid. Other than the color palette being a little weird, I'd say. It actually looks really solid. Do we go through this door first? I can't remember if we go left or right first here. I think we go left first. Ow. We got a missile, but we can't actually get that. Actually, you can get that, but it's kind of an obnoxious ordeal trying to get that. So we're gonna get that on the way back. You'll see why in a moment. Can't go through there yet either. So this elevator actually takes us to a totally separate area, Criteria, which I have no sense of memory or direction, but wasn't Criteria in Super Metroid? I could have sworn it was in Super Metroid. If we go down here, we actually get a creepy old killer fish, but we also get something else. We get a power-up. A missile tank. Notice that our movement is really laborious in water, and that's because we're underwater. Now, there's a thing you can. Oh, wait, can you not bomb jump underwater? Okay, that's good to know. Now, I gotta admit, I'm terrible at bomb jumping in Super, but for some reason I can do that in this game. Likewise, I can't wall jump in this game. Yet I can wall jump okay in Super, so it's like, it's backwards. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. So break this, fall down. To me, this is just a much better version of the first game. It's a retelling, so it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know what would be a good comparison actually. But we got unknown item. It's incompatible with our current technology with the power suit. I think we'd probably need like the Varia suit for that. But we got another missile tank. And you're probably thinking again, wait, but how are we gonna jump out of here? You can actually shoot these two. Problem solved. But again, the main benefit of getting the unknown item is that all of the glowy blocks can be blown up, which is important. I think that's all we need out of that area. So this drops out from under us, but there's actually a secret here. Go up here. I'm not sure if this area was in the original. I don't think it was, because the power grip wasn't in the original game. I kind of wish it didn't have to give you an explanation every time. But yeah, we can grab ledges, which is like, oh my god, innovative. As sarcastic as that came across, it actually is very important because you can't actually do that in Metroid 1 through 3. 3 being super, so yeah, honestly, as sarcastic as that sounds, it actually is a big deal, being able to grab ledges. Now, fun little detail, we're gonna end off in a moment, but before we do that, if we come over here, I don't think I can grab that yet. I don't think I can. Nope, too short. If you drop down here, this is actually our landing site. So this gives us a full heal and a full recharge. So that's pretty cool. Now, not gonna lie, I don't actually remember where to go from here. I think we have to go back through criteria to Norfair now that we have the power grip. If I'm not also unknown item. That's helpful too. What time are we at? 17 minutes? Yeah, we can keep going a little bit longer. But yeah, that's why we went right first and just made that loop, because going left we would just end up at our ship and we wouldn't be able to do anything. I'm trying to listen to the music. Actually, should I grab that now or later? I'm gonna grab that later. I think you have to grab it on the way back anyway. Or you can grab it on the way back anyway, so might as well just go down first. Yeah, just trying to listen to the music. So Brinstar is basically the same music, but as in Super, I mean, but Norfair isn't. Norfair's music is also probably most famous actually in not Super Metroid, but Zero Mission. As backwards as that sounds. Good thing we came here first, because I forgot that I was actually there again last night. So, or is it the same? No, I don't think it's the same. I think it's a different song entirely. So, wow, I think we can trick this out. This is the second missile of Norfair. That's pretty quick and easy. Also, lava isn't as big of a deal in this version because you can ledge grab and pull yourself up in case you fall. Also, I like how you emphasize the charge stream and yet I've barely used it at all. Anyway, here is a save room, so this is actually a good place to call it quits for now. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Metroid Zero Mission.